All righty, welcome. Another Monday night mastermind. Good evening, good evening. If you are new here, thank you so much for coming to join us. On this call tonight, you're going to have the opportunity to hear our guest speaker speak. You're going to hear a little bit of my story. I'm going to share my experience being on the TV show with Grant this past weekend. And then you guys are going to get to network. Okay, we didn't get to network last week because Rod was just so on fire. That call went on for 3 hours, by the way. So some of you guys were here, but there was 56 people that stayed on for the entire 3 hours. And I think half of the people left actually thinking the call was going to end when Rockleaf left. So it was, but by popular demand, I will answer the call. So, okay, for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Alex, and I've been doing real estate for about 18 years. Now, I say I've been doing real estate for 18 years, but I started my education 18 years ago. Okay, so I read the Purple Bible, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It intrigued me, and I'm like, yes, real estate is the way to go. What do I do? And so this is the first investment I've ever made on myself. And it's probably the one it's been the most impactful for me because I was able to do it at such a young age. I spent $10,000 on learning, on growth. Okay, a lot of people still have not spent $10,000 on their growth. And so if you look across the board, most really, really, really successful people will contribute their success to some sort of mastermind or something that they surrounded themselves with, the people that they surrounded themselves with. And the best way to do it is to stick around the people that are willing to invest money in themselves. Because if you invest money in yourself, it's a confidence booster. You're saying, I'm worth it. But when you're like, oh, it's $20,000 for this course. No, it's too much. Like, what am I going to get out of it? Oh, I can get it for free. You see, you're basically lowering your own worth in those moments. So I had a friend this weekend tell me, I bought a course for $800 or something like that. And she's like, I never opened it. But because she paid for the course, it was like her first real estate course that she ever bought. She never even read it, opened it, nothing. And she bought her first property. You see, it's the energetic exchange of I am worth it that will create things. Every single time I invest a large amount of money on something, I joined Grant Cardone's group, dropped $25,000. Immediately, I created results. Okay, I started to take my own life more seriously. I started to take social media more seriously, real estate more seriously. I got into my first deal in 3 weeks because I was so serious about it. And then when I went to Rockleaf's, I dropped another 20 grand on his mastermind. And then I became even more serious about my social media. I was like, I need a team. And then I built a team. And then now my social medias grew. And then we start a company off of that. So it just like everything taken to the next level. This mastermind grew. Okay, this mastermind is growing in congruency to the actions that I'm taking, and everybody gets to do the same. And it really starts with your confidence and your courage to take a chance on yourself. Whatever it is that you love doing, if it's real estate, if wherever you want to go fast, you got to pay for it. If you want to go fast, I was just talking to the teens. The 3-step process is super easy. You trade your time for money, and then you trade your money for money, and then you speed that process up by trading money for time. It's so simple, but 99% of the people stop right at trading time for money. And that's it. So I encourage people to have a chart on your wall, on your computer, something that says investments, how much money you got in there. Okay. And if you can't, if you had a great deal and you couldn't invest $100,000, okay, maybe you're really young right now, but if you're not, and you're seasoned and you've been working a lot in your life, you have to ask yourself, how do I not have $100,000 to invest? And if you think about it, it's a bunch of excuses that's going to come up. Okay. You're going to be a victim to something, but it really just comes down to you're not playing the game big enough. Like you're putting yourself inside a box, and this is all I'm capable of doing. Okay, me and this guy Keston. Okay, a couple months ago, we were talking about, let's have a challenge, create $100,000 in 60 days. So we're both going after that right now. Okay, I think he's doing a great job, but we make $100,000 in 60 days. All right, so I'm like, what do I do? Okay, let's start a mentorship program. What do I do? Let's invest in a real estate property. So something, okay? If you get super committed to it, first you also got to believe it. And I'll tell you where all this passion comes from, where I started this journey, where the journey of teaching really began, and the drive to have financial freedom. And each one of you're going to have to find this for yourself. You're going to have to find a really big goal, and then every single story, every single investment should be a stepping stone to that goal. Okay, whatever happens in your life, you have to be able to turn those stories to a stepping stone. That way, even if you lose money, you can say that was a stepping stone towards my goal. But you have to be able to identify your goal. And then where does identifying the goals come from? It's going to come from the heart. All right, you're going to have to find a reason why you want to do something so badly that you'll stop making excuses for not having $100,000 to invest. So a lot of you guys have heard, but I'll share it again for anyone that has never met me, never been on this call, is in my culture, Asian cultures, we take care of the elders. Okay, like most of the times, like moms will live in their children's homes, and it's there's never a time where you will see an elderly like Asian woman like working in a supermarket. And so I was in a low point in my life. I had just lost a lot of money in two restaurants, lost my house that I bought, and I'm just, being a victim of the world. I go into Publix, and there's a 85-year-old, 86-year-old lady that's bagging bags, her wrist guards on, and couldn't even bag the bag. She's sitting on a chair, so she couldn't move around really. And I had to bag. And those of you guys that know me, I'm pretty lazy. I don't like to do much, but I bagged. But I was actually really upset. I was upset at the fact that our society has gotten to a point where we will say, hey, mom, you're 86 years old and I can't support you. You need to go work at Publix. Or that they would even feel the need that they would have to do that because they don't want to ask their children or their kids. Or that they thought they were going to get some sort of retirement package and what was promised to them never happened. And then they have to do that. Because if you really think about it, just look at the past 5 years of your life. How much money has gone in and out of your bank account? All right. So if you retired with $400,000, $500,000, how long can you possibly last? You retire at 65. Like, how long can you last with 500K? You cannot last very long, on top of you still wanting to leave something for your children. And all you got is this 500K. Like we gotta together, make something happen. That's why I'm so passionate about teaching. And it drove me to being like, I have to be financially free because I will never let my mom down. She will never have to do that. She raised me as a single mother. There was no way in hell that she will ever work in a supermarket. Okay. And if I could just touch somebody's life, one person, there's 106 people in here. If one of you gets moved enough to make the same decision for yourself, then I'm happy. I've done my job. I put a dent into infinity. I don't know to what extent that will change the world. But that is my like passion. And from that space, I'm so driven every morning. My wife's like, how the hell are you up before the sun is up every single day? Like, how the hell are you just talking to people on the phone all day, on Zoom all day, and still have energy afterwards? And how do you still go to the gym afterwards? Because when you're driven by something, you have a vision. Every single thing is exciting story. Like, I get to design the story myself. Rod talked last week about you get to decide the meaning of the stories in your life.
Alex, tell everyone about your weekend.
Oh, right. Okay. Thank you for keeping me on track. So, after Rod's event or being on this call, um, we pitched a deal on Grant Cardone's call. We're in his club, so on Wednesday, and Grant loved the deal. He's like, this is a great deal. It's a cash. He said a fat pig, fat cash pig, something like that. So a lot of people want in on this deal, and he was like, "Hey, I'm coming to Vegas this weekend to shoot my show. You better get your spot on there. You're in Vegas, right?" I'm like, "Yes." So I call the producer. They left a number, and I call him. He's like, "The list is full. We've 70 people applied." I'm like, "Grant told me to tell you to put me on that list." He's like, "Let me get back to you." And so he put me in touch with an executive producer. I talked to the producer. I was looking for a deal. I didn't have a deal. I didn't even have a deal to pitch, but I'm like, I'm on this list. I got to get on this list. So I call the brokers that I've established relationships with. And it just so happens that EXP was having a conference here in Vegas, and Elena is big in EXP. So she probably told some of the brokers and agents that Grant is coming to do a show and they can bring a deal. So you got all these agents blowing up every commercial broker's phones here, and it made it really hard for me to talk to anybody because some of them, because they're so inexperienced, right? They're just regular residential agents, and no offense to anybody that is a regular residential agent. But if you're on the residential side, you really know nothing about commercial. You know nothing about multifamily. And I learned that this weekend being on the show as well. Multiple agents that were on there. Okay. But these brokers were like, so these agents were doing a bait and switch. Okay. And this pissed all the brokers off. They're like, "Hey, you showing the property?" They're like, "Yeah, this property is still good to show. Can we schedule a time to come?" "Yeah, sure, come." "Can we film and take some pictures?" "Yeah, of course." And then they send over the production company's release letter. And like these brokers are just the bait and switch is terrible. Even if you're switching to something you think is good for them, people do not want to feel like they were what word am I looking for? Deceived, right? Regardless what you show. So being honest. And so I was, even the brokers that I build relationships with, they were like, "No, not interested. Don't call me about that." So it made it tough for me. And I did the same thing. I called every broker, but my approach was, "Hey, I'm a real buyer." Because once I found out this was happening, I'm a real buyer. I can close this deal. I do want to be on Grant's show. I think this would be great for Las Vegas. This would be great for what I can do. I can buy more deals. And most of them ignored me. One guy called me back, kind of hung up on me. Then, because my email in the back is my website that has the list of deals that I've done. And I'm going to tell you guys, I've said it so many times that this is so important. And a lot of people don't listen. They still use Gmail accounts. He looked up my site, my link in the back of my email, and he called me back. He apologized. He was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I was rude. This is what's happening, with all these brokers calling or these agents calling." And he was like, "You're a real seller and I mean buyer, and I want to help you out. But none of my sellers will let this film crew come on their properties. But I have a deal and I own a property. If you come with the right price, I'll buy it. I mean, I'll sell it." So that was the deal that I presented on Grant's call. It wasn't a very, I didn't really believe strongly in it, but you can fake a belief. Grant caught me a little bit though, BSing him. So yeah, I got on the show. And so we filmed. Grant came and walked the property. Because I'm around Grant, I'm in the club. I know how to pitch deals. I've seen him critique deals. I'm more prepared than the other people that were there. So 70 people applied, 15 people made it to the cut, and then 8 people made it onto the show. So it was funny though. As soon as I was there, I was asking people what deals they got. Somebody was like, "Hey, I'm a real estate agent here. I got a single family $1 million house." I'm like, "How the hell does she make it on the show?" Then the next person says they got a wedding chapel. They own wedding chapel here in Vegas, and they want to go across the street and buy out an IHOP and turn it into a bigger wedding chapel. I'm like, ain't no way Grant's doing that. That's not happening. And then there was like a development project, and then there was a 7 unit and a 4 unit. And I just knew like, and there was one other guy that he's pretty big time. He's in Grant's club as well. He's actually so big time he like flies to Cabo with Grant, and he pays like $40,000 for that trip. But I knew it was just me and him. Like that's my competition here. The rest is kind of part of the show to make maybe like an example or something out of. But yeah, and then today I was called into the boardroom. We had homework assignments that we had to do. We were drilled. I mean, Grant was not, he went extra hard on all of us. And he knows he did. And that's just how he is, that he wants more drama in the show. So we gave him some drama with inside that room as well. He like kicked somebody out right away. And then I didn't win, but it was a great experience. What I really realized, even though I've been around Grant, that being really this close in vicinity with him, like it really leveled me up mentally. I think being that Rod was on this call last Monday, it supported me in like calming my nerves, pitching the deal live to Grant. It's Grant and Ryan drilling you in person. Some of you guys that might be in his club knows how they drill people on a Zoom call. So in person, it's even like, and then now his daughter, Sabrina, is there. Also, like, why are you bullshitting my dad? It's like it's crazy. It's pretty intense, but it helps you level up just by being around them. And what I realized this weekend is that Ryan and Grant are such a good team. And team is so important. Like Grant would not do anything without Ryan. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but Ryan seems like he really carries his weight. Yeah, and Grant, as much of a straight shooter and sometimes not so nice guy that he is, being around him, just the proximity of how he acts, how he moves, how he talks, how straight he is, like straight through the bullshit. Nothing's ever like fake. It really helps you level up. You really think about, I didn't come prepared the first day. And I'm usually way more prepared when I pitch deals. I know everything about a deal. And when I went into this deal, I didn't know how much they were renting for across the street. I didn't know how much the Class A building across the street was renting for that was brand new built. I didn't know which exact section in Vegas was the average rent that this place was part of. I knew some things. I knew what I was going to pitch him. I knew the things that I was going to sell, but in a space with Grant, he controlled the conversation. Okay, I don't, and I don't really experience it that much. So it's really, really humbling, and my mind, it definitely elevated me. So if you guys have the chance to be closer to somebody that is further along, always take it. Always figure out to hang around them. Always do that. And then at some point, maybe you'll outgrow them. And then you go, next person, next person. And being a part of the club gives you the ability to be exposed to those people. Now, I'm not selling Grant's club. Okay. But I am saying that everybody should figure out where you're going to invest in yourself, like tomorrow, today. Like figure out where do you need to invest some money, okay, so that you can feel more confident about yourself and you can get some stuff done. The poverty mentality is that I don't need to pay for things. I don't want to pay for things. Paying for things is actually like a ripoff. Like why pay for it if I can get it for free? I'll tell you why. Yes, every single thing you want to learn about multifamily is on YouTube. But you're going to hear information from so many different people. First of all, you don't have the ability to discern what is right and wrong information. Okay. So you're going to be absorbing all sorts of shit. So you're going to waste a whole ton of time learning, unlearning, relearning, unlearning, relearning, and you're just going to get super confused. Find the person, okay, that is doing what you want to be doing, okay, that you feel like you can hang and resonate with, and listen to that. And then when you're and at least when you have explored that, you'll know if you can go in this direction, if this direction is good for you or not. Free information comes at a cost, and that cost is a freaking ton of time. And it's more confusion, actually. All right. Especially if you spend a whole ton of time, okay, that you traded for free information, and now you feel like I traded so much time. I already know. That's nothing more dangerous than being in that space. I already know. Like nothing that hurts you more in your growth than the I already know how it's done. I already know, but I don't got it. I already know how it's done, but I don't got it. So then you don't know anything. Okay. Everybody's trying to go into things with just concepts. Concepts are great. You got to get experience. Okay. Experience from talking to brokers. That's an experience. Okay. You will have stories. Experience from being in your first deal. Experience of writing $100,000 check to somebody. That's experience. Okay. The level of trust. People will trust me with their lives before they trust me with their money. I actually got that feedback once. This is how high we place priority on money. So the challenge for you guys is find something that you're passionate about, find the direction that you want to go, and freaking pay for it. Okay. If it's $100, pay for it. If it's $50, pay for it. Whatever is stretchy for you, though. Okay. Don't pay for it just out of the sake of paying for it. Pay for something stretchy, and you will see the results you will create. I promise. So I'll get to you in 1 second, Jessica, just going over the details real quick. So that's just a little spiel about me, and I don't know where we got to, but what we have today is I'm going to bring up Caroline, who is now my partner in real estate deals. She's my partner in marketing. She is the backbone of all the success that happens, that you see. You think that Alex is doing all these things, but really I'm not doing much at all. Okay. There are people behind me, Nick and Caroline, that make all of this happen. So I'm going to bring, I wanted Caroline this week to talk. I bumped Robert to the next week because I felt like Caroline was more important for this week. And so Caroline, because there are some things that she practices that really got my attention, and her commitments, her follow-ups, bunch of things that she does that are just so great, that I think all of you guys can take something from, that she can share and teach. And she's young and she's got these strategies already, and she's going to share some with you guys on how she was able to get my attention, become my partner, okay, and start a company with me and being in a real estate deal with me, all without, I wouldn't say without any money, but all without like having to pay me or invest in the deal or anything like that. Okay, so she's so I'm gonna bring her up to speak in about 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And then we will go into, because last week we didn't do the breakout room, I want to give you guys a chance to also meet each other. The invitation is to put your phone number behind your name or put an email address behind your name. So when you guys go out into the breakout rooms, you guys can find each other very quickly. Okay, in those spaces, everybody has given me such amazing feedback about that being the best part of the room. Okay, the speakers are great. Whatever things that I say sometimes are great. And but the breaking out of the room and just getting to meet and talk to a couple of people, like they're just the connections that are created. I love it. I love hearing the stories. I love when somebody tells me, oh my God, I was in your breakout room. I met this person and now we're going to do a deal, or now this is happening. That is just amazing. And so that's going to happen later. Now, I know sometimes people are uncomfortable with having to speak or whatever. Push through your comfort zone, lean into it. All right. And trust that whoever is going to be broken out into your room, like the universe aligned to make that happen. The chances of them ending up in your room at the end of this call is greater than winning the lottery probably 20 times, 100 times. And I say that like for real, because of all the time in mankind's existence, we end up in 2022 being born at this period of time in one Zoom room at this time, and then broken out into separate rooms. I mean, think about the exponentially the chance of that happening. Like, of all the people in the world, this is where you are at this time on a Monday, October 17th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It's crazy. So all of you guys here are here for a reason. There's something that you got to grab. There's a message, there's a person, something that is here for you. It is up to you to find it. Please find it, please. All right. So that's the agenda. I'm going to bring up Caroline. She's going to share. She's going to talk. I might ask some questions. But wait, hold on. Jessica had a question. Let me answer that first.
Well, I just real quickly, I just wanted to agree. I just last week made a pretty major investment in my business that I had been hesitant to. Just in a week, I've already seen the difference. And if I would have done it sooner, it would probably represented like a lot of money on my part. And it's just for not wanting to make that investment, I probably slowed my business down considerably. And I wanted to make one more comment that I can tell you leveled up over the weekend because of your button-down shirt this evening.
Yeah, maybe I'll start wearing button-down shirts more. I did like the feeling of wearing a suit today. I usually don't like wearing suits, but I felt like I was up to something. So there's a watch that is on my vision board, and I'm actually not a watch person, but this watch is well over 6 figures. And this past weekend, I was like, I think I need to buy that. And I've never bought anything like that for myself. So I don't know. Maybe that's my challenge. Maybe it's my push, my buttons, my uncomfort zone, you know? Like, I don't wear watches. I don't ever wear watches. But it's on my vision board because it was so cool. And you know what? Actually, Grant has a watch like that. That's why I think I'm like, oh, I like it. You know, so he is definitely my mentor. I will copy, mimic, do whatever it takes to accelerate the time in which I get to where he is. Okay, there should be no reason why I should be 61 or as old as Grant is and not be a 5 billionaire. All right, cool. So Caroline, without further ado, I want to introduce Caroline Ehler. She has made a huge impact in my life in such a short period of time. And guess where she met me? Yes, at a Grant Cardone real estate conference. Okay, go.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Caroline Ehler. I did meet Alex at a Grant Cardone conference and got to spend the weekend with him too in Vegas. this weekend. It was crazy. Once we heard that he was going to be on the TV show, I bought a ticket within the hour. It was on a flight within the next 2 hours, headed to Vegas to get to go on that adventure with him. And Ryan, I see you guys, and Tatiana. It was really fun, and such an amazing experience. Knowing we have networking tonight, I challenge everyone. I know a lot of people don't have their cameras on. Take this time right now to go get out of your PJs, put on makeup if you have to, so that you can actually participate in networking. Don't hop off the call, because I challenge everyone to get uncomfortable, meet new people. And I already have so many friends in this group now, just because I've kept on for the networking and have met people in person now. It's actually a small group. When you stay consistent with it, you start to meet people and realize that everybody knows everybody. So I know it looks like we're all siloed online, but it is important. So take that time right now to prep. And yeah, I am from Northern Virginia, outside of DC. I grew up here, and I went to the University of Virginia for software engineering. I graduated class of 2021. So yes, I'm 23. But it has been a wild ride since COVID, basically. I wanted to challenge myself in COVID to learn more about investing, because I wanted to, like we talked about on the teens call earlier, make more money, and figured that was the way to go. Try to learn the stock market, saw like a candle chart or whatever that is, and ran away. And with all that time in COVID, in that research, I found real estate investing, and that really piqued my interest. I knew I could do something with that. It already had been appealing to me from the TV shows I was watching, and so started learning more about that. So I was studying that for a really long time, and just that's all I consumed. I basically only consumed real estate content for the next year. Got my real estate license in the state of Virginia, and wanted to use it to learn more about the real estate market and be someone in the industry. And then, but the problem was in the area I was in outside of DC, it's just not the correct market conditions exactly for a lot of real estate investing. There are limited opportunities, and not saying that of all of Virginia, but there's a high barrier to entry here because it's so expensive. So I figured I really wanted to learn more about investing outside of my state. And I had no idea where to go with that. I really didn't. I think I'm really good at figuring out what the next steps are, trying to make to-do lists for myself, trying to get to the next level. And I couldn't figure that one out. I didn't know what to do, if I should call realtors, or what do I do? How do I invest outside of my area? And so randomly saw Grant Cardone Instagram ad, and had a mentor challenge me, your heart's not necessarily set on being an agent, is it? And I was like, no, I did not want to be an agent forever. I only got in to be an investor. He said, go be an investor, go buy a Grant Cardone ticket or something. And that was that. A couple of days later, the Instagram ad popped up. Bought a ticket, headed to Miami. And then on the very last day, I'd say within like the last 4 hours of the conference before it was over, ran into Alex at lunch while he was going around doing his classic join our group WhatsApp at these conferences, and kept talking to him, and asked him about what he was wearing and like all like random questions. But he seemed intriguing. I didn't know who this person was. Why is this person important enough to have a WhatsApp? I'm going to find him again. So before we headed back into the conference, I saw him again. I actually walked by, and I was like, no, I can't walk by. I have to say something. I have to. So I turned around with my friend. We walked back over. I said, hi, we just met. But I'm not done talking to you. I want to know more about what you do. You said you're a real estate investor. How did you get into it? And I think from there, we just kept talking. And I had received information from him on the mastermind that he had, and then I could set up a one-on-one time with him. And I wanted to do that before the mastermind that night. So when we went home that Sunday, I signed up to meet that Monday afternoon so that I could have one-on-one time with him before the mastermind call, so he could recognize me on the call and saw that I was persistent and was going to be in attendance. So that was my thinking there. And we had a call that day. He explained more about multifamily investing, which was why I even found Grant in the first place, because I realized he was an investor over the country. It wasn't limited to just one area. Kept asking Alex all these questions. How does this make money? What is this concept? This seems crazy. And met his partner, John, because he was in town that day. And then they invited me to go to Rod Khleif's event in Denver, which was happening the very next weekend. And I wanted to show this group of people that I could tell had integrity and cared about ethics and put people first and cared about their investors first, and wanted to help other people. Once I identified that, I knew I gotta chase after this, and then went to Rod Khleif's event to show them I was serious. Dropped a couple grand to get there, and then we were all VIP front row, got to hang out with the whole team, met everybody, and that changed everything. That's where I joined the Warrior program. Again, dropped many thousands of dollars to do that, but it was all to show dedication to them and to show dedication to myself, that this is something I'm pursuing. I am not going to quit at this. I know it's uncomfortable and I know it's hard, and I'm giving up my net worth is not very big because I am young and just out of college and technically in student debt. So it was putting me even more negative at that point of my net worth, and I didn't care because it's really important. And now, like not even 3 months later, I am operating his social media company, and I am now a GP in one deal, the Georgia Macon deal, and also now a GP in the storage deal. So things have moved quickly, but things will move quickly when you put yourself in positions to receive opportunities. And I definitely witnessed that in my own life, did not anticipate any of that happening, but it was proven to me in just these few months. And now I literally just flew out to Vegas to go meet Grant Cardone. I mean, that's insane. So you can do it, and there's nothing stopping you, because these were just simple action items I took. I just made sure I did them. Like I when you know what the right action is and you don't take it, that's your fault. That's your fault. Everyone, I feel like, has that intuition as to what they are supposed to do. Maybe it's the scary thing is you somehow deep down know is the correct thing for you to do. Just do it, because every part of that story was uncomfortable. There was no part of that story where I was really excited to maybe drop a bunch of money on all these things. And there was no scenario where it's really easy to talk to new people and somehow get them to like you and build rapport. But that's just not how the world works. And I think you're rewarded for stepping outside of the comfort zone and operating outside of how other people operate, and making sure that you are blazing your own trail and making sure that you stand out. So I just talked a lot.
So
went on a whole rant, but I had a lot to say, and that was a big story. That was 3 months worth of my life right there. So
yeah, and it's truly also inspiring. But you see, like, she knew where she wanted to go, and all of these things that she did, they were great stories for her, a collection of stories for her to trust in herself, and that she knew what she had to do, and now she's proving a point to her and to the team, and how fast she became a general partner. how fast she got into deals. Like you have to step into this full trust. And when she said sometimes there's multiple times in that conversation, she said randomly. None of it was random. Okay. First of all, Grant pays $1 million a month for ads. Okay. It ain't random that he popped up in Caroline's thing. Okay, he's tapped into the algorithm. As soon as she said Grant Cardone, or somebody said you should buy Grant Cardone, all of a sudden all these ads are gonna start coming. That's no accident. Grant made it happen. You think spending $1 million on ads every month is fun and easy? At some point, yeah, when you've actually done it, because Grant was on stage and he said, you know how much he makes from his $1 million ads? Who wants to guess? Just off of his
200 million. 200
just,
million.
no, just from his like courses, like
Oh.
proprietary things.
9 million.
Okay, 9 million. 10 million. Okay, so he makes $400,000 a day. Okay, so he makes $400,000 a day from spending $1 million a month. So he's got a whole bunch of money from that, but he had to do that. Also, there was no accidents that Caroline just randomly saw me. I have a VIP pass, but I wasn't at the VIP lunch. I was at the executive lunch, walking around to every single table, sharing and telling everyone, hey, if you want to stay connected after this event, join this WhatsApp group. Okay. Are you willing to do the legwork? Like for things. You want things? Are you willing to do that? I've done that for the last like 7 conferences that I've been to. And some of you guys are on this call. I probably came up to you. Either me, Caroline, or Nick have come up to you and said to join this WhatsApp group. And then now it gives everyone the opportunity to do something. It's not my WhatsApp group. It's everybody's. Like that's your network. If you got something to offer, and if then you can post it on there. If you don't, then you should probably figure out what you're going to offer, because you have a network now. All right. This group, this call right here, you guys are part of this mastermind. This is free. Okay. Will it stay free forever? I don't know. Probably. But this is a network. All right. So utilize it, capitalize on it, figure out what service am I going to offer people. And then you use your network to make it. All right. There's no reason why if you're part of some of the chats that we've created in WhatsApp, or you're in this mastermind, that you couldn't think of an idea that you could make $100,000 off of in the next 60 days. No reason at all. Okay. But I'll tell you what's going to stop you. Your unwillingness to spend money to learn, or to invest in yourself. I mean, also no accidents, because Caroline had to spend the $500 to go to a conference. Do you know what happens to those ads 99.9% of the times? When everyone's like, I want to learn real estate. I want to learn real estate so bad. And they look at Grant Cardone's thing and it says $14,000 for a ticket today, only $500. And they're like, oh man, that's still too much. Can't do it. What are you saying to yourself when you do that? So no accidents that Caroline was there and me being there doing that. Right. And then her saying all the things, like she said, it was so uncomfortable for her because she had to come up and meet me again, because I already had kind of forgotten. If you go around doing that, you can't remember everybody, but she came back around. And then you know what she did? She sent me a fucking thank you card. She sent me a thank you card. Okay. It's the coolest thank you card I've ever seen. It's the only thank you card I got on my wall. Like, these are small things. And I talk about follow up with brokers all the time. Because she did that and I felt a certain type of way about receiving it, I want this to be the experience of everybody that I interact with. Okay. And I know I'm not good at it, but you know who's good at it? Caroline's good at it. So you know what I'm missing in my life? I'm missing Caroline. Okay. So very easy for me to see the value very quickly. But she put all the effort in. She put the effort to be noticed. See, it's not like, oh, I know Alex. Great. Does Alex know me?
Exactly.
So
Yeah, they say that, it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. Because if I know people, I can maybe get somewhere, but I'd have to be asking other people to help and I'd have to be trying to climb. When people know you and people are able to invest with you, like you become a leader in that sense. When people know you, it's important to do things like investing in your social media. If you want more information, you can go to the link in the chat for our social media, all of our social media content and all of the stuff that we do in our marketing company. But yeah, it's important to not just be a contact in someone's phone. And that's what's super easy when you go to these networking groups or you go to the conferences. It's really easy to just be another person that they met at the conference. But it's important to be memorable. And there are a couple things that I did in there that I wanted to stand out to Alex and I wanted to show I was committed. But I think I followed up like probably 7 times technically. Like we met at the lunch, then I followed up again that day. Then I texted him when I was in the airport later that day. Then I booked a follow-up call the next day. Then I attended his mastermind. Then I went to Denver with them when they asked me to. And we spent the whole weekend there. And then when I was back, I was texting Alex and his team, including Nick, asking about how's that marketing company doing? Like, what's up with that? Because I wanted to help. I wanted to support in that sense because I knew that was something I was totally capable of doing. And I wanted to be on this team. And if you can't watch me count, that was 7 times. I followed up at least 7 times, but it probably was 20 times because I probably texted every couple days. And I made sure it wasn't annoying. I had built the rapport up at the beginning, and showed commitment earlier on and had spent at that point probably 10 hours with them in person, if not more. So I was able to do it without maybe being annoying or a nuisance. But it takes a lot of time to become memorable. And then I sent that thank you card, right after I had met them the first time at the first conference. I sent one to John too, because I wanted this team to show this team that I was serious, and I wasn't any other 23-year-old. I think that because of my age, I know I have to do a lot more to be taken seriously. And there are times when I'm in that room and wish I had wrinkles on my face because I know that people immediately poo-poo me when they see me and think that I am not serious or I'm not a GP or I don't have the money or the connections to be able to be an asset on someone's team. But a lot of people on this call don't have that barrier. And there is no reason why you don't have the time or you don't have the resources to be able to show commitment or gain access to amazing people like Legends Equity Group. So I think that having had certain challenges has given me the ability to try to overcome them quickly. But I mean, I just showed you what I had done. Everyone has their own unique skills that they can bring. And maybe your shtick isn't thank you cards, but it's something else, or you always wear cool outfits, or you always show up and have like the cool business cards or whatever. There's something you can do to be memorable every time you walk into a room.
yeah. So I think that, this is a testament also to like age doesn't matter. Okay. All this stuff whatever you think your limitation is, it does not matter. Okay. It's just a limitation that you made up. She makes up her age. Somebody that's 70 will make up her age. Somebody that's 40 will be like, I make up that age too. Everybody is either in some sort of time scarcity. Okay. And you know how you get over that? Just do it. Okay. Get in the first deal. Do something. Okay. Take some kind of committed action for yourself. That's how you move forward. And then when you meet somebody, you know how many people that I get, how do I get on your team? What do I do? And then I just never hear from them again. Like that does not is there's no commitment in there. Okay, so like people are just floating around trying to figure out who they're gonna deal with. Until you get committed, people do not care about what you want. People want your commitment. People do not care about how you're gonna be able to help them, this and that. They want commitments. All right. And I know a lot of teams that will not do a deal without somebody that has paid for a program or in a mastermind. It's definitely, I'm very wary about that. If you have not invested with us, if you have not done a mentorship with us, if you are not in a mastermind yourself, like there is a very, very slim chance that you will be in a deal with us on a general partner side. Okay. And that goes across for every single team. Why would somebody take that risk? It's such a big liability for them. So when you're getting into the game, it's about proving yourself. And then when you've got it, when you got the experience, then it's about serving and helping other people get there. And it's that simple. That's the game. And when you're so clear on this vision, okay, when you're so clear on your goal and your vision that you can align everything that you do in your life towards that vision, it just happens effortlessly. Okay. We have like everybody think about if your life is an arrow going in one direction and you have a idea, a big goal of what you want in life. Maybe it's to find a loving partner. Maybe it's to make $10 million. Maybe it's to have a G7000. I mean, 6,000. I mean, 700. Okay. Like what Nick wants. What are the arrows that are firing that's incongruent to that direction? If you cannot take your personal vision and align it with something greater, you will always feel somewhat lost and you will look for the next shiny object. And then you will delay yourself. And why delay? We all have such a finite amount of time. Shorten that time frame. Okay, you got to find you got to find partners. You got to find who's the next step. Okay, Caroline was like, she's like, okay, I think I see Alex as the next step. Grant is not the next step because Grant's too big. Grant can't help me. But here's Alex. I think he's like medium size and I can get on that. Okay? And so she did. 20 follow-ups, whatever it was. That shows commitment. I give her a shot at this. She says yes. I say, hey, we're going to Denver. I got an extra VIP ticket. Do you want it? She says yes. No hesitation. I get on Grant Cardone's TV show. She books a flight. You know how much a flight is when you're booking a flight from Virginia to Vegas on the like an hour later, and then also on a Friday or Saturday, whatever it was, Friday.
Friday.
It was like $1,000. So every time she makes a commitment to what I'm up to, she drops $1,000 plus, and she's 23. Okay. So nobody should have any excuses when you're not where you want to be. You have to be willing to take a chance and take a shot for yourself and on yourself. Okay. You have such a great opportunity or more of a chance of having something happen than when you don't. And when you find all the free information and all that, Caroline said it. She spent over a year just studying real estate, doing all sorts of things in real estate, not really getting anywhere. As soon as she bought a $500 ticket to Grant Cardone's conference, 3 months
It was
later,
1,000.
okay, it was 1,000. So right, so you didn't have the connection yet to somebody that could get you the 500 yet. So she spent again $1,000, okay, on a real estate conference. Most people will not do that, and immediately life is congruent to what she wants because she's showing that she wants it.
Yeah. And I also have notes on what I wanted to share a little bit because we're talking about working really hard, putting in the work, putting the legwork, like Alex said. That's something I'm super passionate about because I think that, to quote Kim Kardashian. People don't put in the work anymore. But it's interesting because everyone's type of work will be different. But even Grant Cardone cannot outsource every single email. He has to answer emails sometimes, and everyone has their own responsibilities that they have to take care of, and it's important that you don't put it off. And I know that I can do a lot of spontaneous things because I am young and I don't have children and I don't have other people that I'm responsible for. But at the same time, productivity is something that I'm really passionate about. And I think that it's a gift from God that we have the ability to be creative, but what's being creative without actually producing anything. So I also wanted to share, meanwhile, in all of this, I work a 9-to-5. I work at IBM, and I get that done during the day. I take Alex's calls in the afternoon and at night. And then Nick and I work on the social media company. So sorry if you get emails really late, but we work from usually 9 to 1 a.m. And this is every day. I do a lot of my multifamily stuff during my workday, during 9 to 5. And I make sure that everything gets done. I have my virtual assistant on here too. I've learned that there are tasks that I can hand over to other people that will do it better than I will, because I just simply don't have the amount of time in the day. If you can outsource your work, for sure. There are certain things that other people can do for you, one being social media. We can handle that for you. Get a good CRM. If you want people to know who you are and what you're doing, that's the best way to be able to have communication with them. We offer our own CRM too, where I was able to email blast all 800 of my contacts tonight that this was going on. There are really important ways to be able to get yourself out there. And just I think the easiest way to fail is to just give yourself an excuse that you can't do something. And so work on yourself, work on breaking your mindset. I'm in this mentorship, and then I work with Alex, and that by itself is like having a mindset coach 24/7. But I also have a counselor who is like a life coach, and that's another investment I've made with my money to make sure the way I was raised isn't, preventing me from getting to the next level, that I can't, making sure that my interactions with other people are an appropriate way to handle things, to make sure that I can keep up my good reputation, especially in this industry, and be sure that I am basically the best version of myself, and trying to level up. So please make those investments in yourself, and start to recognize what those excuses are. They might just sound like questions or concerns initially, or they might sound like, your mom's voice or your significant other or whatever, but there are excuses that are probably in your heart or in your head, and try to start identifying them. I try to journal daily. It doesn't happen. But I try to do the self-reflection to make sure that I am doing the work, the personal work, that to make sure I'm not stopping myself from growing and from expanding. And this is now resulting in money, ironically, right? Like, it's getting me into deals. It's started with questions of how do I invest in certain ways, and how do I invest in bigger deals, how do I invest out of state, and deep down these were fears, like I could never do this. So instead I pushed through it, bought that ticket to Grant Cardone. So make sure that you're doing the work. Oh, and my last point, this is so good. Make sure you're doing effective work. Turn your TV off. Stop listening to music when you're working. Whatever environment you need to be in to make sure you're working effectively is important, because you need to block off your calendar if you have to record videos, if you have to answer your emails, get it done, so that you don't continue delaying and then having some big backlog of your to-do list that now is a mental block, right? Like now you do procrastinate, or now you do start putting things off, or feel like you need to take a lazy day. There are times for everything. There are seasons for everything where you do have to take those breaks. But my breaks are from 5 to 9 p.m. usually, and that's my break, and it's great. And I enjoy those times because I need to have downtime and be a human and have a dinner. But there are a lot of excuses I think that people make to just not do work. But again, like even Grant Cardone has to block off time on his calendar to answer his emails and record his videos. So
So just do it. Okay, just do it. Now, anytime, okay, I think the point here is anytime that you are willing to invest in the importance of your time. Okay, if you're willing to invest in the importance of your time, the universe will pay off. Okay, you will be paid off. You will get value out of it. So I'm gonna we'll open up for just 5 minutes of questions, or maybe take like 3 questions. Questions you have for me, questions you have for Caroline. What did it take? Anything like that, or wherever you're stuck, maybe in real estate, in your financial position. If you have any questions, ask. One of the tactics, one of the things that I teach also is every Zoom room that you're in, make yourself known somehow. Ask a question, talk. So you can hit the emoji button and raise your hand, or the reaction button. So W.
Hey guys, Caroline, I don't know if you're listening anymore, but man,
Yeah.
oh, thank you. Excellent testimony. Last week, I was blown away by Rod. I mean, I'm in the Cardone Club as well, so I'm investing in myself. I bought into the Rod thing. I spent the whole weekend there, so I've been one thing after the other coming to all these Zooms. And Alex inspired me because of the story of that email and Gmail, and I was guilty as charged. So I finally came up with a name that I thought I liked, and I searched on my business website, which is somebiz.org. That's where you can find every company. And the name that I wanted is not taken. So that's going to be my next step. But I found the website as well, and I got the email. So I think I'm going to reach out to you, Caroline, for help with, I don't know, CRM or marketing, what I do. So I'm going to need some guidance on that, and maybe start building a team, because I have ideas, and I'm maybe doing posts myself for not just learning on my own, but co-learning. I've been trying to figure out the steps. You spent a year studying all this, which is great, and I've also been taking some time, but I need to start getting on those phone calls, but I also need to make sure that I know how to do that underwriting. I think the underwriting, whether I'm a math guy or not, is critical. And so I need to be able to discuss these things with a broker intelligently. And so I also want to be able to learn that inside and out, back and forth, upside down, left and right. And so I'm thinking of maybe organizing something like that. So I'm going to need any help I can get, and getting set up and making sure that I continue to move forward and move on. So again, I just wanted to say congratulations, and I'll be hitting your Calendly.
Okay,
Absolutely.
awesome. So
Thanks,
first
W.
of all, take all the maybes out of there. You just maybe'd everything. Just do
Oh,
them. Okay, like
thank you.
don't maybe you'll do it. Don't think about doing it. Just do it. All
Thank
right.
you.
So yeah, you're gonna do great. Keep reaching out to us. Keep being on these calls. I'm always gonna make time for you. So yeah, good job. Good work.
Thank you.
Hugo.
How you
I'll
doing,
never
guys?
forget you. I'll never forget you, Hugo.
Hey, nice to meet you. I believe you were at the Brad, right? Were you at the
Yeah,
Brad
I
conference?
was at the Brad conference, and when Brad asked you the question, you just blurted out because everybody dies. I'm never gonna
Oh,
forget
you
you, dude.
remember? You remember that, right?
Yeah, you're like, dude, I'm so passionate about real estate because man, everybody dies. It's just he's like, why? But why are you doing this? You're like, everyone dies." I love it.
It,
Great answer.
it,
I think the
it
whole
was
room will
like
remember you.
it was one of those things that I didn't even think what I was saying. That I was just like on that point of just answering something, you know. And it came to me was die, you know. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your question? What's your question?
Yeah, I thought.
Now we can't hear you. Now we can't hear you. Okay, I just heard myself.
Can you hear me now? I can hear you now.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So the first thing that I wanted to say was like to inspire others. At this, I want to inspire others, but that was the first thing that came out. But I was hearing you speak, like make people known, like make yourself known. On everybody should remember who you are, and it kind of touched me. I'm like, I wonder if people still know who I am after that conversation. I wanted to touch base with you at this point. I had came. I think it was last week. I came. I was in there briefly, and a lot of times we don't make time for people that probably have all the answers for us, and people that can be very, very valuable to you as a growth, as an individual, and your company that's behind you. Just by making a time. So I want to be like apologize for not putting 100 into this just because I'm invested into Grant and Brad and everything. Like I want to give everybody the time because at the end of the day, the unity of people will bring you value. If you take them serious, they'll take you serious. And that's all it is for building a community of people like, I know this guy, I have faith in this guy. I want people to feel and know who I am for the reason is I can bring a lot of value to people.
So what are you gonna do? What are your committed actions that's gonna have that happen? It's gonna show up as what?
My committed actions is more the doing part. Like I should have been in Las Vegas this coming week. I wasn't connected to the people that were gonna actually be out there, like yourself, for example. I knew you were out there, but I never reached out and see to bring you value. You know how when you like get busy and not commit with other people, you always make yourself unavailable, and that was my bad on me. For me, that was my bad for not even being out there, which I should have been because it crossed my mind me being out there. So the answer to that would be taking action, being committed on every single platform, being with you here Mondays, seeing what you have to offer, maybe joining your mentorship, or anything, because at the end of the day, money has no value if there's no commitments, there's no relationships. And how are you going to put yourself out there if you're not reinvesting into yourself at this point? So just taking the action and seeing who's the right suit for me and for the company that is behind me, you
Awesome.
know?
Okay, cool. Well, I
Yeah.
look forward to seeing some of the actions that you're going to be taking in the coming future. And like I said, I'm not going to forget you. I see you all the time now. Everywhere I go, I see you on a call, I see you on a Facebook, I see you on something. It's just like, the algorithm the universal algorithm has decided to put Hugo in front of me. So great. So I'll be watching, Okay.
Nice meeting you guys. Nice
Yeah.
meeting you.
I have
Awesome.
some feedback. I think that, you're either in the time where you're consuming or you're adding value. And you can be, maybe you need to keep learning and you need to keep consuming, but there definitely is a time where you need to start adding value. And I knew I could with Alex's social media marketing company, found a way to add value, and then I did. I think it's important that people, you got to jump from, at some point, stop being just a consumer and then go and actually take action, go be a leader and start something or bring value to someone else.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Alex, before I go, actually, I didn't even ask my question. I had a question for you at this point.
Okay.
So
shoot.
So my question on a deal, how do you feel about owner financing? Let's say I have a 54 unit, right? And I just want to pick your brain just a little bit while I have you here.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I
I love it. So look, right now in this market with the debt being so crazy, the buyer has the ability to be creative. Okay, you can ask for owner financing. So I don't know if you were on Grant's last call on Wednesday when we pitched the storage deal with the owner finance. Grant had
Yeah.
gave us an idea to go back and do a master lease instead. So it's a lease with a purchase. That means we raised $1 million less money. That means the people that have the money in there is going to make a stupid amount of money if that deal goes well like that. So like owner financing is great. Okay. So especially in right now, the market, like you need to weather the next 24 to 36 months safely. Okay. So if you can
Right.
get owner financing, interest only, lock in the rate, do it. Okay. And it's going to save you closing costs and save you all sorts of stuff.
So 7.5%. That's what he's given us. We're gonna
lock it in for 3 years, lock it in for 5 years. Ask for no prepayment penalties. If the market goes well and it comes back down, the interest rates come back down, refinance into an actual loan, right? So you
call it a day.
Yeah, what you want to do is you want to use that to implement your business plan, and then you refinance into a long-term agency debt that's going to be lower interest rate. You capture the difference, boom, it's money being created just like that. So I'm going to so there's going to be I'm going to answer Nelson's question, and then we're going to do the breakout room. So whatever question you have and what you want to share, I would say either set up a one-on-one with me or bring it up in your breakout room, and I'm sure it's going to really support. All right.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Welcome, Nelson.
Hey, Alex. First things first. Fantastic call. I mean, you're spitting out gold. I don't know if folks figure it out, but you're definitely spitting out some serious gold here. Caroline as well. I mean, there was gold coming from you. I actually think you guys are like a bunch of leprechauns. You're just putting all this gold all over the place, just one, what you were talking about was the association of people. That's definitely true, and then some. Sometimes I'll have a problem that to me seems insurmountable, and for someone that's way ahead of the road, they won't even break out a sweat and give me the answer. Which I'm like, holy smokes, I didn't even know that answer existed. And as far as spending the money, that's 100%, 110% true. I'm going to take you to meet some, and just for the group, when you've got a couple of nickels in your pocket and you meet people with more nickels and they give you 4 or 5 ideas, somehow those nickels seem to grow. It just works out that way. I will be reaching out to Caroline. You guys have some specialized knowledge. You probably remember that from Think and Grow Rich, specialized knowledge on the social media side.
Yep.
So I'll be reaching out there. And I just wanted to say this is a great thing that you're doing. And just that. I mean, that's fantastic. I was just downrange, and I've got some folks looking to place some capital up here. So let us continue the conversation.
All right. Awesome. Cool. So, all right, Nick, you're going to break everybody out into the rooms. We will give a heads up when the room is closing. So, give everybody a chance to share. And listen, breakout rooms is a great, great, great place to network. I promise. So, yeah, let's do it twice. Go ahead, Nick. Send everybody out to their rooms.
Everyone, they're open.
It's open. Go to it. Have fun.
And
I'll see you
I
soon.
manually assign the co-host. So let me assign Jerry to a room. Assign. My God, so many people are joining. I can't assign fast enough.
Why do you have to manually do that?
When people join after the breakout rooms are open, you have to manually assign them. Like if new people join the Zoom.
After the breakout room? This many? No.
No, just 2. I had to assign Jerry because we made him co-host this morning or this afternoon
Oh,
when the
okay.
call started. All right. That was a good call.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you send Caroline off somewhere?
I think she sent herself.
Nice.
Oh, I looked at some games too that maybe we can play for real estate.
Okay. Yeah, you create it. Let's make it happen.
A lot of them are like not real estate. They're more like just like buying properties.
Okay, let's buy
Buying a
properties.
store. Like I could buy the sports clips in my town.
Do it.
And I was playing with them. I have a history test tomorrow on World War One. My study guide is 4 pages long. 6 actually.
Whoa, I got a lot of schedules on my calendar.
Oh, it's to be expected. Actually, tomorrow you're like super packed already. For some reason, but now you must be even more packed. Oh my God.
Whoa.
Ian's 2 calls back to back. Almost back to back. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Victor. We have a discovery call. We have 2 discovery calls tomorrow. We have our kickoff call with Joyce on Wednesday. Victor, I need to assign 2 people to rooms. 1, 2. And you guys just joined. I'm assigning you to breakout rooms so you can go join them. So it was fun. I assume you got to hang out with Grant.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of it was a little bit nerve-wracking too, you know.
I'm sure. How did the pitch go?
It was good. I mean, I thought I definitely brought the best deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Grant ended up running into the seller that I had the property with, and then, you know, because Grant's a billionaire, this guy is not, you know, he was like, yeah, he asked for $1 million more than what, you know, what he was what I thought he was gonna ask. And then so Grant was like, you got a greedy seller. I was like, listen, if I can get it at this price, I'll get the contract. Are we in? And he's like, I want to know now. And my phone was dead. So freaking annoying.
See, you need a new phone.
Yeah.
You get the small iPhone with no battery on it.
Yeah. So my phone was dead. I was trying to call the broker or the seller to see if we can come together on something, because his biggest thing was like he was gonna have a $2 million capital gains. And he's like, where am I gonna buy another property right now? You know, like the market is like, I'm not gonna be able to do it by the end of the year. So I'm gonna have a huge tax liability. I was like, that's why I went to the deal, and I wanted to see if Grant will help me find a solution. You know, maybe from his $2 million, we invest it into another deal, give him a K1 for the end of the year. He doesn't pay the capital gains tax. and then he can come down on his price $500,000.
Ah, that's
And
cool.
then yeah, so anyways, it's a show. Grant ripped me a new asshole.
Did he?
He ripped everyone a new asshole though, but
Where's the show going?
I have no idea.
They didn't tell you.
No. It was just a lot of fun, you
Was
know.
it cool?
Huh?
Was it cool? Did they like stage scenes and stuff?
Yeah, it was definitely cool. I mean, it was awkward because there were so many things like you film after and before
Yeah.
that is like not happening live. You know, it's like act like if it's happening right now. Act like Grant's right here. Clap. Nod your head. Do a deal no good. Like things like that, you know.
Yeah,
So
they
yeah.
do. Well,
So it looked good just in the little pieces that I saw.
well, I mean, now people will see you on TV, so free advertising.
That'll be fun. So my next thing is I'm trying to write a speech for the GrowthCon competition.
Oh yeah. You definitely should, but I don't know if you can write speeches. Maybe we get an editor to
Yeah,
help you.
yeah. No, I'm definitely. I will take because I have my book writer coach, and she will write for me. She'll be my ghostwriter.
Do you have to submit it or something or interview?
No, I pay like 5 Gs, go to the thing, and then I compete.
You compete at GrowthCon.
I compete at the 10x um whatever things, the
Stages?
stages, yeah.
I thought you're in stages.
I
Come
think I
with your
missed.
your
No problem, James. Welcome.
your replay of or your mastermind when you
When you reapply, yeah.
apply for the year. Didn't they do that at the real estate conference?
I didn't reapply yet. My thing comes up in December.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Grant's Club is very young. It's very new. It doesn't have a lot of systems, but
Yeah.
I really do think that I get the most value out of just being around such a big dude, you know?
It's not much like you learn anything in there, it's just like the connections you get there.
Also, he's super short. He's
Grant,
like
yeah, he's
4
really
feet tall.
Yeah, no, he's not that tall.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that I think he also didn't choose me because I was much taller than him. Just kidding.
There you go. That's the real reason.
Yeah. No, but you know, afterwards he came up to us and we just chatted for a while and he was like, you guys did an amazing job. He's like, I was super hard on you guys and you guys took it well. Some of the guys that haven't experienced him really didn't take it well.
Did
Like
you?
there was
Yes.
somebody that was like, this never happens in my tradition. Like we're Mexican, we will never let that happen. Like just, like to be talked to like that. I don't know.
Did you
Um,
get second? You think?
huh?
Think you came second?
No, I came third, but it was a bunch of bull.
Oh, who was second?
A 7 unit deal that Grant was ripping on for like 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. Because he's like, when Grant went to visit the property, he's like, why is there dog shit everywhere? There's dog shit everywhere. Ryan hopped the fence and like, there's no security. There's nobody picking up the dog shit. And me and Victor, who are more experienced in the multifamily, like, dude, you don't got enough units to have somebody to pick up your dog shit. You don't got enough units for someone to have security on the property. And I don't know. I was the third, so I came in 3, but
Out of how many came to the boardroom?
4. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, now
there's gonna be a funny scene because oh shit, I just stopped somebody from joining. How much time they got left?
like 3 minutes.
Okay. So I will broadcast message to all. 3 minutes
remaining.
Yeah, so What was I saying?
The funny
Oh.
scene.
Yeah, so funny. There's gonna be a funny scene because this guy, I was I was trying to help this guy out the whole time. So in the very beginning, I like him a lot. He's really funny, but he's like really young, doesn't really understand. So he was like, he was telling Grant, she wanted to tell Grant that this is the deal that he's gonna, after we do the renovations, we're gonna we're gonna do a cash out refi, and you're gonna get 35% of your money back. I was like, dude, if you do 35% of your money back, the fees itself, it wouldn't make sense. Just the fees to do the refinance is going to be expensive. Why would you only cash out 35%? So I was like, at least you have to get 65% to make it worth it. So then he's like, oh, okay. And then he brought this deal. It was like, I don't know. Grant actually brought him to the boardroom. I don't know for what. But when he came into the boardroom, he did not get the deal. Like he didn't have the deal for Grant. And he brought a whole list of new deals. I was like, bro, do not show him the new list. And what does he do? He sits down and fucking says, hey, I got a whole list though. You want to do more deals? You want to have 1,000? And Grant's like, dude, you don't even got a deal. And just like was clowning him. And then I gave him £1. I was like, and Grant was like, what was that for? I'm like, see you later, bro. And then when Grant was talking to me about something, he was pounding me. The other guy that has 7 units gave me the fist bump. And I was like, you bitch. So it was funny. Had to be there.
Nice. Yeah. Were there people there, or was it just you guys? Like,
Dude, we were in Ryan Panita's
I heard.
his
Wow.
office. Dude, this guy is big time.
Yeah. How was
Yeah.
it? You got to meet him too, right?
Yeah, Ryan's big time. He's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did what's it called? Do you get to talk to him?
Yeah. He's cool.
Yeah. You get to do some deals with him?
Yes, actually, I am. He put me in touch with his the person that's in charge of his multifamily side. And he's like, yeah, we'll bring capital to your deals. I was like, oh, okay.
Sick.
So I don't know. I think he's just entering the multifamily space. So he's kind of positioning himself and Panita Capital like the way that I'm positioning our team, in Legends Equity Group. So shows that we're doing the right thing.
Yeah. Seems like it. That's really cool, man. I wish I was there. That
I
would,
know.
but it would have been on Monday. And I wish I would have come, it would have came for the weekend. We were looking at flights and we could not get any that would come in on Friday or Saturday at 10 in the morning.
Well, we're going to Sarasota at the end of the month. How much time they got left?
Oh shit. I probably should close them. I forgot. I'm closing them. One more?
One more.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we are. I got my tickets. We're good to go. So, I have my plane tickets. Me and Caroline are planning a get together for the marketing company.
You guys better do it quick. There's a bunch of people doing a bunch of gatherings already.
Yeah. Do you have a list, or do you have like where we can see them so we plan them at the right time?
No, I don't. I just seen them.
Okay. On WhatsApp?
I don't know, but I'm saying just do it sooner than later. You don't do it like 2 days before you go down to Sarasota.
I know. We're working on it.
Okay.
What's up, Alex?
Yo,
Wow.
what
Hey.
up? Doing good.
5, 4.
Let's see how many people got scared away. Oh, okay. People stayed and hung around.
A good amount. 64, 67.
68. All right.
Alrighty.
Well, you guys are troopers.
You're young.
You guys are troopers. Oftentimes when I say we're going into breakout room, we lose about 25% of the people.
We're gonna do another one?
The
Yeah, let's
only
do one
reason you
more.
lost me is my computer crapped out on me earlier, so I couldn't participate on the first one.
Ah, okay.
Next time.
Another one. Here we
All
go.
right. One more. Here we go.
Alex,
Yo.
what happened to Joe
Who?
Engelson?
What about her?
I thought she was supposed to be on tonight's call.
No, not tonight's,
Mistakes and stuff.
but she will be soon.
No, the breakout room. Ba-da-ba-bum. Bum. Now the one is open. You're looking very fancy though. You should make a video in your suit.
Yeah, I made a couple videos.
Yeah. Sick.
I have a lot of backed up videos. I just haven't
Uploaded them.
uploaded them.
What's our log looking like? The Santa. Santa. We have. All right, we have videos till Sunday. No, Monday. We have 1 week of videos.
Yeah, I have a bunch of videos in my phone. I think Caroline's got some videos too.
Yeah, she does. Oh, I had to study for this test.
Are we gonna break down the time is it?
38.
Okay.
Are we gonna break down?
The long interviews.
Yeah, the only interview that I have to break down is your one with Chris.
Yeah.
Because the rest of them I just told Mona to cut at the times, but or like when you ask a new question, but your one with Chris is more of a conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex,
I'll-
or
yo.
Nick, are you still putting in the? Okay, there we go. I was about to say.
Oops, I forgot to assign you. There you go. I get-
Yeah.
Okay.
We also need to find somebody that will specifically just watch videos. I want to make longer videos and just take like 5 or 6 pieces of content out of there.
Okay, we'd have
And
to
then
try one like
and-
specific.
yeah.
Hey, Alex,
Yeah. Yes.
should I be in the group? Is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Go to the breakout
I didn't know
room.
if this was a group. Okay, okay. Good to see you.
Good to see you. So I talked to Victor to get to fast track our Instagram followers and to get the verification check.
Let's hear it.
You need to, so he hires somebody to do manual DM blasts.
Yeah, like the guy that pitched to us.
Yeah, but not like on a mass level. Like you need to hire somebody, 2 or 3 people in the Philippines or something that only sits there and just manually DMs, not on a blast. You can't do a blast.
Like copy and paste.
Yeah, you gotta do the copy and paste thing, and we just have people do that all day.
Okay.
And then
That-
you
so
have to have somebody write like 4 or 5 articles about you. And then you have to pay and put them in the Wall Street Journal, put them all over the place.
How much was that? How much
I
is
don't
that?
know. I don't know. I'm saying that's what we gotta do. So
I think it's a good idea. So he gives people in the Philippines access to his 250,000 follower Instagram account.
mhm.
Damn, that's some mad trust right there. I don't know if I would do that, but I think, well, they would have to do it through your Instagram account. Okay, yeah, we can do that. That is some mad trust though. Like you're paying them like $4 an hour, maybe. They could just like snag it. All right,
How they snag it.
I'll look on Upwork. I'm sure it's not a hard task. It's like copy and pasting. So, I mean, I think we could just hire anyone to do it. Does
Okay.
he have an example, or like, I don't know, have you ever gotten a DM blast from him?
No,
Or-
but I've gotten DM blasts from plenty of people.
Yeah, most of them are scams. Some of them are real. All right, let's see. How much does it cost to put a paper in the Wall Street Journal? Because that is really the way to do it. And then you need like fake accounts. But like once you get big enough, it doesn't really matter. People will do it. Wall Street Journal. No, I want to see how much it costs. Bro, this is telling me how much it is to subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Costs $2,700 to $100,000 depending on the size and so you can pay the Wall Street Journal to get like a spot in their ad in their paper.
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely look into that. Sounds like a cool idea. So how many followers does he have?
Who?
I don't know, the guy you were talking to. What was his name? Eric David? No. What was his name? At the TV show.
Mm.
All right, I'm gonna give them a 3-minute warning. We hit 100 today again. Consistently now.
Yeah, well, Robert's gonna be on next week, and that should be killing. We should kill it there.
Good one.
And then Hala's gonna come on after that. So
Yeah,
we have some really big
we
things
should try to
coming
get
up.
her. Yeah, that's a good one. We should try to
Yeah,
get her marketing one too, eventually.
yeah. So there's a couple of people in the lineup.
Did you get to talk to Grant about it, or was it just strictly business?
No, I didn't get to talk to Grant about it.
Eventually, one day.
Yeah, I need to level up a little bit more.
You're getting there, man. 4 months. What do you started multifamily 8 months ago, and you're talking
Yeah.
to Grant Cardone? I think you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I need to win. I need to win the stages competition.
Yeah. So you compete at GrowthCon for the spot?
No, you compete as stages for a spot on GrowthCon.
When is the competition?
They host them like all throughout the next couple months. All over.
Whittle down the selection. Because there's only one person, right?
Yeah, it's only one person.
I will come to GrowthCon if you speak. My mom would kill me. I already have 4 absences. I'm about to take a 5th, and then for the real estate summit, I gotta take a 6th. I can only get 12. I'll take 3 more. I guess. I don't know why it has to be on a weekday. And it's 1 week before my February vacation. Tell Grant to move it a week. It's on what's it called? Valentine's Day.
I know.
How many followers you got? Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be freaking sold out. I know it.
Oh, completely. 6,330 followers. So how did he grow on social media? He just did DM blasts everywhere?
Yeah, he says that was the fastest way he grew.
Okay. Let's
It
do
still
it.
took it still took him 3 years to get to 100 something, 200,000.
Yeah. Did he spend any money on ads or was it strictly DM blasts?
Oh, he spent a whole ton of money on
Seem-
everything.
Seems to be the thing. Want to grow on social media? Spend $1 million.
Yeah, but you know, they when they convert to money,
Yeah, no, bro.
hey, you got to get people out of the rooms.
It makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense. It eventually pays off.
Yeah, it's usually about 3 times.
Yeah.
So even Grant's his is basically 3 times.
I mean, if he does $1 million in ad spend, he makes 400. He makes his money back in 2 days of the month. The first 2 or 3 days of the month. So, I mean, once you get ads down to a science, it's like you put money in, you get money out. It's kind of how it works. So, but definitely let's do the DM blasts. You have like 20 people signed up for your mentorship.
Yeah, I need to set up calls, man. We need to set up calls and we need to take payments this week.
Yes, tomorrow we're gonna set up a call with 3 of us so I can set up Stripe and you can be on the call so I can like get your info.
All righty. Oh, David's here. What's up, David? So David was on the set of the Grant Cardone show.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. So, okay, we are, I guess these rooms, we're down to 59 people and this is it. Thank you guys. How did you guys take, let's take a couple shares. What did you guys think about the breakout room? What did you learn?
I think I
This
just
is,
8 more friends, 9 more, 10 more friends. We're all going to be in contact. I love networking, so that came up really good. I met a lot of good people. Thank you, Alex.
Nice, nice. Luis.
Hey Alex, how are you, my man?
Yo.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just said yo. Anyway, so yeah, so it was really good experience to be in the breakout rooms. We did meet with some nice people. Some people were driving, and hopefully they didn't crash, so that was good. And but it was good. It was good to go deeper, not only be like one of those little squares with a bunch of people, but like a little square with just a few people. That always helps. I think.
Good.
And I already booked a one-on-one with you tomorrow, so already
Let's
done.
go. All right.
Thanks.
Yes, my calendar is packed out now. Hey,
I
Jess.
just wanted to say that this is my absolute favorite part of this call, and you're going to catch me in every breakout room because I'll never leave before you do the breakout rooms. And thank you for that. I met some incredible people.
Good.
Oh,
Hugo.
Hello,
I think
guys.
I wanted to share one more thing before I leave. What things that Alex is saying, in terms of going all in, I highly recommend everyone to go all in and not half-ass anything. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So have a strong routine. Start networking like crazy because life is too short to be poor.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. This is Hugo. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I love the breakout room. I've never done the breakout room on the real estate. I did this on a program that was self-development, and they would do this exercise.
That's where we got it from.
Exactly. It's awesome, bro. Good job, Alex. I mean, you got yourself a follower, bro. So
Yeah,
I'm a
well,
little
I mean, the
stalker.
goal eventually is just to have this room that we pay like $1,000 a day in ads for, and we just build this room that's always open, and you always just go in anytime, any day, anywhere. You join the room, and you automatically break it out, and you meet somebody. You know, so that would
That's
be super
amazing.
cool, and we can break it out into like different types of, you know, real estate, business, you know, anything.
That's
But
amazing.
yeah, we're working on that. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Bye.
Martin.
Hey, Alex.
Mr. Turner. What's up?
Hey, buddy, just, you know, thanks for doing these breakout rooms. Just want to, you know, reinforce the value that I get out of it. I think a lot of us, and super cool to be able to meet people again and again. You know, I'm really bad with names, but, you know, when I talk with people and, you know, I see their face and then the name, it starts to stick. And yeah, there's lots of connections. And, as you said, you know, there's no accidents for, you know, why you're in a breakout room with people, and I keep seeing them. So, yeah, so we'll have to catch up. And I got to talk with Barbara, and I was pretty good at speaking German at one point. So maybe there's an opportunity to brush up on my German as well.
Always.
Yeah. So
awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Good seeing everybody.
There he is, Roberto.
Another German speaker.
Hey, everybody.
Yo.
How you doing, Alex? So you had a busy weekend, huh?
Yeah. Very, very busy.
I know. We try to get together with you. I'm still looking for the narrative for your project. I want to help you out on the storage facility.
All right. Yeah, we'll talk for sure.
Yeah,
And then we'll talk
I'll have
about
to
some
book-
build outs. Yeah.
I'll have to book a call with you. But anyway, the breakout rooms are awesome. I've done it before with multifamily mindset with Tyler Devereaux. It's similar, but I always love it. It's always you always meet really nice people, and he can certainly help you, you know, build your confidence and share ideas and, you know, develop business together, which is nice. Makes that nice relationship that you need. Thank you for it.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Cool. Well, I'll be talking to you soon for sure.
Okay, man. Thank
All
you.
right. Take care. Barbara.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, the German lady, right? Here we go. Appreciated. Workout groups are great. I think the one gold nugget to share as well is really setting up the one-to-ones, right? Your Calendly, your appointments, meeting with people, connecting. But I also want to give a special shout out to our speaker today, because I had the wonderful opportunity to really connect deeper with Caroline at the last Sumrock event, and she is such an inspiring lady. And you know, I know when we are, you know, on stage, that, you know, sometimes it takes a while, right? Or in a Zoom call, it is not, you know, it might not, you know, all energy cannot always be immediately converted. But she is such an inspiration in what she goes for, what she wants. And so love that. But again, the one-to-ones, I think, you know, my goal is always to have 4 or 5 a week, where you have really deeper connection is a great part. And then also wanted to share that Ben Johnson and I have created like a little WhatsApp group for Atlanta. So anybody who wants, you know, to invest in Georgia or Atlanta, you know, welcome to join. Alex, we want to, of course, you know, promote you and the whole team, and, you know, everything you're connected with. Just let us know, or Caroline, let us know what we can do to support and make us all grow, because, you know, it's so fantastic what you're doing here in helping us to share. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Barbara.
Thanks, Barbara.
Isaac.
Hey, I wanted to thank Connie for inviting me. She's the recruiter at Century 21 Tennis, and Alex for having me on the having me on the Zoom call. I mean, that's the reason I'm at where I'm at Century 21 Tennis is you know, having the people around you, building your team in order for you to be successful. It's helped me a lot in my real estate career. I'm working on a project. I'm working on some underwriting now, multi-family property with few different plats up in Gainesville, three streets back. So maybe we'll pitch it to you all. Maybe we can do some business, and who knows, maybe I can be some boots on the ground and be a partner or something. But I had a great call. Thank you so much.
Cool. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome.
Thanks.
Ola, Dr. Holt.
I just want to echo what's her name said about Caroline and
Barbara, yeah.
Barbara, and also to congratulate you in having such a great team behind you. And I really enjoy the calls. I'm looking forward to it. And also another shout out to our youngest millionaire behind you there, the Nick. Okay, you guys are doing an awesome job, and just keep doing it. It's you touching lives, you really are. And whichever way that we also can chip in and touch lives, and just keep it going.
Thank you, Dr. Holt. We really appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
your age is an advantage, Caroline. It's not a limitation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Donna.
Hey, everybody. Alex, just wanted to say thank you. I've been on these calls for many months now, as you know, and it seems like every breakout room I meet new people. So you're just really growing and growing this group. And I want to thank you so much for all you do. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
And
you.
for your
Yeah.
team.
I actually next week, definitely don't miss next week call when Robert's here, but I am going to take a poll in the beginning of how did you end up here? Was it from Rod's? Was it from Brad's? Was it from Grant's? Was it from my Instagram? Because it's or was it from word of mouth? So I just, we want to get a sense of because we do spend money on ads and stuff like that. So we want to always bring more people in here and help people get connected to this body of work, because what I realize is I was with a group of people that were pitching deals to Grant. And I think if I put Nick out there, he would have been able to school all of these guys, and these guys supposedly were in real estate for like 20 years. So there's something about just being in this space, I will do my best to pass on any knowledge, any experience that I've had from the real estate deals. And it's my passion. So, all right, Jerry.
Appreciate you doing these calls. And the kids call, my boys, this one here is enjoying them too. So really appreciate it. I know it does a lot for them. So, and they've been talking to their buddies and trying to get other kids on there and stuff, but not all kids are into it. Just like, I guess not all adults are, but
yeah.
We're looking at doing some calls and things on, just educational type things on the lending end of things and debt and equity and all those types of things. So,
hey, if this is a stage, just let me know if you want to speak on here. We can showcase you, bro.
Hey, yeah, whenever you have a spot, I'm ready. So
okay, just let me know. Reach back out to me. Let's do
it.
Yeah,
we'll do. Sounds good,
okay.
man. Yeah,
Cool,
thank
cool.
you. All right.
Spello, my brother, what's up?
Hey there, brother Alex. How you doing?
Good.
Great. Hey, I'm really happy finally to meet Caroline. Caroline, you're amazing. Your story is very similar to mine. So keep it up. I'm gonna follow your steps. Second, Nick, I always see you on the background. You're like the backbone for brother Alex. So keep it up, buddy.
Thank you.
Third, you're welcome, my friend. So, but I see you. Third, I'm in the mastermind starting November the 1st. So whoever doesn't have any information, please talk to Alex or reach out to Nick or Caroline. This is amazing. I've been waiting for this since December of last year when I met Alex at the Grand Cardone event. So Alex, I want to thank you for this opportunity. I'm excited. I'm in the program. So Barbara, I have a cousin in Frankfurt, so hopefully I'll get to see him next year, maybe if I go to visit him. So small world. So I'm excited, and I get to meet some of the rock people actually on the first call. So amazing, Alex. Keep doing what you're doing, my friend, and I'm looking forward to start the program.
Yeah, it's gonna be really powerful. It's looking like there's gonna, because we took the limit off, it's looking like there's gonna be like 30 something people in there. So that's gonna be really cool.
Let's do
All
it.
right. Awesome. Great. I'm excited for that. Aaron, what's up?
Not much. What up, Alex? How you doing?
Good, good.
I just want to say I'm pitching my first deal tomorrow to Grant at the club. So you want to come and listen and watch me get murdered?
It's a great experience. I mean,
No,
yeah. Are you new in the club? You're new in Grant's club?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, earlier to get that out the way, because then you get some experience.
So, well, I'm just saying, like, I literally just found this property a couple days ago, and I'm probably gonna get murdered trying to pitch the club.
What you want to do is you just want to love the deal. Okay. Really just love the deal. Okay. Fall in love the deal. Find all the reasons why you're going to love it. And then Grant's going to show you what's in the way, why, what you need to look for more. And then just, you want to refine it. You want to refine your due diligence. You want to refine the way you do homework on your deals. Because I normally do a lot of homework on my deals, and I did not really do that much homework on this deal, and I got my ass chewed off. So, and it's live. When it's in person, it's even more challenging. When you got Ryan, and then you got Grant, and then you got Sabrina, Grant's freaking daughter over here. All three of them chewing my head off. So,
she's gonna be there too. Oh, wonderful.
So they did it to everybody. It's probably part of the show. I know Grant went a little more than what he normally would, but it's all good. This is how you learn. I feel like I elevated. Yeah. So
trial by fire.
Congratulations. I'm looking forward to it. I will see you on there. Wait, it's on Wednesday, not tomorrow.
Oh, I think it's tomorrow.
No. His call's on Wednesdays.
Depending on your time
But
zone.
the pitch is tomorrow.
Oh, you mean you have to submit it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. You can submit. Yeah, submitting is different than just pitching it on the call. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I look forward to that.
All right.
Good luck, man.
All right, thanks.
I'm rooting for you.
Thanks.
And thanks for being here. And welcome to the club. Boti.
Hey, brother. How you doing?
Good, man. It's always great to see you. When I see your name join, it just always makes me smile.
Yeah, you're probably tripping over my last name like everybody else. That's all right, man. No, it's these breakout rooms are fantastic. We probably made 2 deals in those 2 breakout rooms. Made stuff happen. We got I'm in Memphis, and we got Roberto in Florida, and we got somebody else in Florida, but that guy is looking for stuff in Memphis, and it all works.
Yeah, Roberto's the real deal. So
yeah,
if y'all break out into a room with Roberto.
I've talked to Roberto several times for several things, and it just worked out that the guy popped in the right room at the right time, and
boom, it's magic.
That's how it rolls. And as far as Aaron, there's no such thing as bad publicity, right? So even if you choose your hat off, he'll know your name. And that, that's a plus. It's not who you know, it's who knows you, right, Alex?
Oh yeah. Ryan knows. Ryan's pretty well known in there now. All right, Lewis. Okay, I'm gonna after Ryan, that's it. And then we will close out. So
I just want to say thanks. Thanks, Boti, too. Yeah, I mean, man, what a week. It was awesome seeing you, do what you did this week, Alex, with Grant and getting the opportunity that you did. And I, you know, I'm really looking forward to my son joining the meeting before this one. I don't know if he was on today, but I did pass on the information. And yeah, looking forward to doing many more deals. And for any of you guys that are, you know, looking for your first deal, I agree. I mean, what was said earlier, just taking massive action. I mean, Alex was there when I was super stressed out about spending all the money that I was going to spend on the Grant Cardone event. And he saw my eyes like almost bulging out of my, you know, head when, what's that? The big guy, the
Brother Dave.
I have the
Brother Dave.
picture.
Oh my gosh. It was super intimidating. The only guy that's probably as tall as me, eye to eye. And it was, I'm glad he did, you know, he helped me to, you know, step into where I'm at now. And without that, I wouldn't be, you know, doing this. And there's that, is that me? Is that you got the picture? Oh, that's funny. So I'm just grateful. Sometimes it feels uncomfortable, and that's when I know that I'm growing. So thanks.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Good picture. Yeah. Awesome. And Ryan also just going in full trust in, you know, working with me, and everything that I said to do, he did. And also 2 months, less than a month, general partner. Okay. So I am real when I say that, when I say I'm committed to helping people become general partners. All right. So there is a group mentorship program that people have been talking about. I haven't really mentioned it because it's gotten to a number that I'm a little bit worried about, and I'm going to be partnering with somebody else to make it even more valuable for everybody. So I'm trying to get through all the one-on-one calls right now. But you know, go out and invest in something, you know, invest in something for yourself, and save time. Okay. Save time. Time is really important. And go and be with family, be relationship focused. I think a lot of times when we really remember and become grateful for our family members, our partners, that is when, and when we truly see them, that is when big things become clear for us. You know, it's not money focused anymore.
Also, it's right before the holidays, so this is the great time to network. You're going to be meeting friends, families, and all kinds of social events. So make your pitches then, man, you know?
Yeah, yeah. All right, awesome. So this is a great call. Thank you guys. I know I'm always just going over time, but it's just, these calls are so great. I don't know how to shut it down when there's still 46 people in here. But there will be more next week. Next week's gonna be an awesome one with Robert. We talked today, and he gave me some advice on how to pitch the deal to Grant. So another, you know, just another big guy that I am working to network with. I want to make sure he knows who I am. So we had a great call today. He's going to be on here next Monday. Definitely don't miss that. Robert is a beast. So, okay. That's it. That's all, folks.
Thank you, Alex.
Everybody,
Thank you,
take care.
Alex.
All right, you guys are amazing.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
All
Have a
right.
good
Thank you,
night.
Alex.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good night,
Auf
John boy.
Wiedersehen.
Good night.
Good night, John boy.